And we brought you the staggering numbers earlier this morning on childhood obesity in Michigan and the U.S. A report this year ranked Michigan as the 5th most obese state in the nation.
About 31% of our children in our state are considered obese. And one man working hard now to combat this growing issue. And this morning, the Subway guy, you may know him as that, Jared Fogle, is live in studio right now to talk with us about ways that you and your kids can start getting healthy.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having
time
me.
today.
Yeah, glad to be back in town. It's been a while since I've been to the Grand Rapids area, so glad to be back.
Thank you. The numbers are staggering. Childhood obesity, it continues to be a problem, an epidemic in our country. What are your words of advice?
Well, I mean, I lived that. I mean, I went down that road myself. You know, I wound up weighing 425 pounds. This was the old pair of pants I wore. And
Let's see them.
We got to at least.
Oh yeah.
This is. If you want to hold on one side there.
Oh, wow.
These are 60-inch pair of pants that I used to wear, of course. Now, these are the relaxed fit, of course. Have a relaxed fit as opposed to classic fit.
Or skinny jeans.
You know, they were not the skinny jeans, that's for sure. But, you know, obviously it feels like a world away. But, you know, from 3rd or 4th grade on, I started putting my weight on. And every year it got worse and worse. Just lived a very sedentary lifestyle. Lots of junk food, lots of fast food. Before I knew it, I was 425 pounds and a college student down at IU in Bloomington. And needed to make some major changes. So
it starts early.
It really does. And I think with kids, even more, unfortunately, it's early and earlier. And I think if we can be more preventative, proactive rather than reactive, we're going to be in a lot better situation. So unfortunately, every year it seems like there's more and more kids who are going down that very same path. And there's a lot more computer use, internet use, high definition TVs. I mean, there's a lot more things that are vying for kids' attention. They play very differently than they used to play. And so the problem is changing.
Well, that is obviously the problem here. How do you get their attention? And does it have to start with the parents too? Because a lot of times their eating habits are the habits of the children.
Obviously, their parents are role models for their kids, so it's important for parents to become educated. It's important for kids to become educated. You know, one of the things I do is I speak to schools, and we're going to be at a couple schools here in the area today and tomorrow, and really try to empower these kids to make those good, healthy decisions and say, you know, I made the poor decisions, but I expect you guys to make much better decisions. And if I come back and see you guys in a few years, I don't expect any of you to have to wear my 60-inch pair of pants.
It can be very overwhelming. How do you take that first step? How does a kid take the first step? How does a parent take the first step toward weight loss and a healthy lifestyle?
You have to want to change, obviously.
Okay.
And, you know, here we are back to school now. My friends at Subway here locally have a really cool program called the Subway Fresh Fit Video and Poster Contest that we're launching today, where students can enter a poster or video who are from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade or so. You pick up an entry form at your local Subway restaurant. Tell about how you stay fit, active, and healthy, which is a good first step. Let's think about what you're doing positively. You enter that video or poster, you're going to win a free 6-inch sub from Subway or a free kids pack. On top of that, you're going to have a chance to win the grand prize, which is a $1,000 fitness grant for your school, plus a $1,000 Subway cash card for yourself. And we're going to give away 4 other first place prizes, which will be $100 Subway cash cards as well. So just for doing that, I think getting the ball rolling, trying to get, let's talk about the positive things our kids are doing. Let's not always focus on the negative stuff. And I think by getting some of these great ideas that kids are already doing, they can be positive role models for their fellow students.
Giving you some incentives to get involved here.
Absolutely.
And you can get that at any Subway restaurant.
Absolutely. Stop by any Subway restaurant to pick up an application and then you just mail it in. There'll be a local judging panel. It's going to be pretty cool. We've done it in some other parts of the country. It's gone over really, really well. And it gets the kids to thinking in a positive way. Rewards them, obviously, with a free 6-inch sub from Subway, and then the chance to win that really cool prize package for a fitness grant for their school and everything else. So.
And this is going to be your 15th year doing this.
Coming up next year will be my 15 years with Subway. It makes me feel old. I feel, you know, I go to these schools and I speak to these kids, and you know, they've been little babies, and actually before that even. And even when I go to high schools now and speak to some high school kids, they've been since.
They've known you their whole lives.
I'll tell you, what can you do though? God bless America. But if I can do this job, trust me, this is awesome. So
good for you.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
guys.
for coming in today.